rapidly becoming the science fiction of right now. How do we withstand the tectonic shifts? This is the city of the future, Singapore. Less than 1% of the current GDP.
The computer models that help the architect planner to improve the environmental quality in the town. So for example, Singapore is in the tropics, so we want to encourage the breezes to come through. Through computer simulation, you can actually position the blocks and the public spaces and the parks in such a way that help you to achieve this. Singapore does very long-term comprehensive planning, and that is very important. You are looking at the development of Singapore 40 years ahead of time. And this is important because it ensures that we have sufficient.
The city is close to my heart, and even more so having worked in detail on the plans over the last 20 over years.
For Andrew and the URA, sometimes that work means creating land from nothing, a process known as land reclamation. Since independence in 1965, Singapore has used reclamation to increase its land mass by about 23%, going underground, using precision-designed layers of essential services, including water and electrical tunnels, pedestrian and commercial spaces, transportation infrastructure like highways and subways, and even telecommunication superhighways. These hidden underground systems have been designed to meet the needs of Singapore for the next 50 years. The future of urban transportation will play a major part in shaping the way we live.
But then all of a sudden you're going to need to think about how to get people up there. You know, if you were to fast forward 50 years from now, we already see drone technology becoming...
Maybe decades away, drone technology is advancing rapidly and could become integral to the evolution. The government has thrown its support behind an advanced program to test the limits of drone capabilities in the world's rapidly expanding urban environments.
Yeah, we will release the drone.
Skyways is Airbus's project that is exploring this urban air delivery domain, or basically cargo delivery with drones project. The drone that we're using is actually fully customized or fully designed by our team here in Singapore.
To ensure maximum safety in the air, the drones have multiple aerospace-grade navigation systems, so that if one system malfunctions, it can rely on others to fly to its destination.
The packages that we can deliver by design today is up to 4 kilograms.
Once the package has been delivered to its slot, the mailbox automatically sends a personalized code to the customer, so they can pick up the package 24/7.
And just like that, parcel
commuters from their two-dimensional travel, providing food and water for the millions of people that will pack into our urban environments.
Effectively replicate what's happening outside in nature to grow impossible products in impossible places.
Singapore is a trailblazer in this technology, having opened the world's first commercial vertical farm. The precision calibration of the growing environment allows these new age farmers to optimize cultivation to produce vegetables perfectly calibrated for Singaporeans. But the techniques could provide vital grows produce outside on a flat, linear area. Sustainier's system grows food inside in any building, expanding agriculture's footprint up into the sky.
So what?
We wanted to deploy food and beverages as a tool to manage. It could be health, it could be wellness, it could be performance, and of course also for fitness as well.
Believe it or not, these colorful sculptures are edible. They are the creations of Dr. Lee Man Wai, a scientist at Singapore Polytechnic's Food Innovation and Resource Centre. Using the latest breakthroughs in technology, she is creating food tailored to the exact caloric and nutrition needs of Singapore's senior citizens.
Individual.
Dr. Lee's system is one of the first of its kind in Singapore and a punch with the necessary nutrients for optimizing health and even preventing diseases.
With greater sets of data from each individual, we can now create a whole library or database and identify trends by using machine learning or using AI. So that is extremely powerful in the near future, to be able to predict potential health issues and mitigate those health issues in population centers before events occur.
Through imaginative planning and technological innovation, that most precious of resources, water. Singapore currently uses 2 billion litres of water a day. The most efficient source of fresh water is rain. And to capitalise on this resource, the nation is crisscrossed with an extensive network of rivers and canals that channel every last precious drop of rain into 17 storage reservoirs. World warms, every city will need to find.
I always call this a new toy. Really, it's kind of a toy.
Fields. This may seem large, but it is a relatively small footprint compared to plants of its kind around the world.
Move from the water. The white tubes in there is the reverse osmosis membrane, where filtered water will be pushed through the membrane.
This high-tech process is a key part of preparing Singapore. Electrodialysis uses electricity to remove salt from seawater. Pairs of electrodes are placed in a stream of salt water, with one positive electrode and one negative. The positively charged sodium ions are attracted to the negative electrode, and the negatively charged chlorine ions are attracted to the positive electrode. This concentrates the salt around the electrodes. The process is repeated until the water is salt-free.
The financial sector is a very, very critical sector for Singapore. Almost 12% of our GDP comes from this sector. So you understand how critical for us to ensure that this sector is a vibrant sector, it is competitive.
Traditionally, banks keep a record of all transactions on their own centralized ledger, which is susceptible to manipulation by hackers. But Project Ubin keeps all records on a blockchain. This means that identical copies of the ledger are kept on a distributed network of computers around the world. These computers check in with each other to ensure that their copy of the ledger is correct. If one of the copies does not match the others, it is rejected and replaced with a copy that the majority of ledgers agree is correct. To tamper with the blockchain to steal money, a hacker would need to hack a majority of the computers on the network simultaneously, a virtual impossibility.
The real killer use case is
die, and Singapore has taken up that challenge, with a startup culture catapulting the nation into the future. The biggest startup hubs is ST Engineering's tech incubator, InnoSparks.
We are focused on solving some of the urban challenges, particularly solutions in smart cities as well as health tech.
Medical technology is a $350 billion global industry, one that thrives on the latest ideas.
Start alignment.
Like Alan Goh's revolutionary automated.
My name is Jerome. I'm the head of engineering at InnoSparks, and I'm also the lead engineer for Air Plasma Mask. So we actually started the project development in 2013 when Singapore was hit with severe haze.
During the 2013 Southeast Asian haze crisis, large-scale wildfires blanketed the region in impenetrable smog, shattering all records and pollution indexes. Stores sold out of high-quality air filtration masks.
Laboratory, we came up with 3 sizes of masks that fits children, adults to the elderly.
Using thermal imaging, the benefits of these masks leap into focus.
We can see that actually the mask itself stays pretty much purple. This is a quick way to show that the ventilator is actually effective in venting heat from the mask.
While a vital part of Singapore's electrical current into electromagnetic waves. Using a complex algorithm, this wave is modulated and focused into a tight beam, transmitted to an array of antennas using radio frequency. The receiver harvests the radio frequency waves and converts them to direct current, which is able to power electrical devices.
The system is ready now, so the signal is now generating. I think now we are ready to switch on the power amplifier.
You need to press 4 steps. Good job.
The Playmaker program, there are 3 tech toys. The B-board is something that is very friendly and very easy to operate because there's only a few buttons for the children to use. So for example, we have the forward, backward, turn left and turn right button.
In doing so, they are arming future generations of Singaporeans with the skills necessary for computer programming and literacy, without exposing them to too much screen time. This dynamic new approach to education is of critical importance for parents, helping to prepare their children for the workplaces of the future.
Provide sleep wellness for newborn babies and also premature babies. Hi, how are you? You do is that you actually put a baby on it, and after your baby sleep for about a minute, we can give you the breath count and know how well your baby is sleeping. When a baby sleeps, they have a lot of periodic breathing. That means
periodic breathing dramatically reduces oxygen flow, which can help to help monitor this. For Frank, this project is personal.
actually one of the driving force of us inventing this product was because